Next thing, man, I want to know how it's possible that we're about to go through all this foolishness again. And I kind of want to know what's going to be done about it. Debbie Wasserman Schultz says Tulsi Gabbard is likely a Russian asset. So here we go with Russia. And, bro, anytime someone spoke against Biden's election, Kamala Harris, when they got in office, they were called an insurrectionist, anti-government, all these other different things. But these people started it again. Man, these people need to be arrested.
With us now is Florida Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Congresswoman, it's always a pleasure to see you. I thank you for your time. What do you make of Trump's idea of wholesale recess appointments?
I mean, I agree. It is anti-constitutional and authoritarian and wholly.
That's a lie. Let me break this down for you guys. So when Trump gets into office, what he wants to do is bypass their entire confirmation hearings by getting elected, going into office, calling a Congress and Senate and send them into a recess, and then appointing his people. So that way we don't go through the rigmarole of them dragging them through the mud, and the media doesn't get all this footage of people saying this about that person and blah, 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 blah. And so it's not unconstitutional. It's in the damn Constitution. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Article 2 of the Constitution. But they can lie to their people on MSNBC so much because the people are damn dumb, man. It's ridiculous.
Undemocratic. Not surprising coming from someone who has really nominated the most extreme, dangerous cabinet in history. I mean, we're talking Star Wars bar level craziness. And I mean, if you go pick by pick, not only are each of them, many of them individually unqualified, they should be disqualified. And so this is a man who is setting us on a course towards danger, and the American people.
What the hell is wrong with your eyes? Y'all look at this woman's face.
Being put in jeopardy.
Stop blinking so damn much. All right. The hell is wrong with her face? You want to know what's wrong with her face? She wicked and evil and her face turned up. Look at this. I mean, literally, her face is shifted like this. Yeah, one set of eyes is lower than the other eyes. Your lip turning up like this. This is ridiculous.
And he's asking for unfettered.
You're talking out the right side of your mouth.
Approval from the Senate by not having to be required to have them review his choices.
No, I wouldn't have the Senate review my choices at all because the Senate be playing games. Somebody said with GW, Trump won the House and the Senate. You got to understand, they still got rhinos in the Senate and there's still rhinos in the House. And they will literally partner with Democrats to stop him. They will. And understand the significance of 2 years, right? The significance of him having his appointees for 2 years is because once he gets his people in office, in 2 years, you have the elections that they can run those rhinos out of office. So the rhinos are going to fight right now. This will be like the last dying breath of the old rhino Republican Party. They're going to fight savagely to try and defend their territory. That's why he's going to try and bypass them and just have his people appointed during the recess session. And if it happens during the recess like it should, we'll be off to the races. Now, if not, you're going to deal with 2 years of bull crap, and you're only going to have 2 years of him actually doing something. In those 2 years, you're going to have to make sure they go through and completely wipe out the election still, prosecute everybody who was a part of the election stills, and then he's going to have to campaign. The second year that he's in, he's going to need to be campaigning against the rhinos because we're going into that election. I mean, that Senate and Congress election season. So he's going to be spending a year campaigning against rhinos and campaigning against Democrats. So we really got a solid 12 months where he needs to get in here and knock stuff out the ballpark. And anybody who understands politics knows this. And so the thing that's killing me is, this lady know Tulsi Gabbard ain't no damn Russian. And this shit should be locked up for this.
Unacceptable.
So let's I want to get your read on some of those choices if I could. Let's start with Matt Gaetz, former congressman, Florida congressman, to be attorney general. What do you make of that?
It's breathtaking in its in its extremism. I mean, Matt Gaetz has no experience whatsoever with the Department of Justice, other than being a subject of investigation for trafficking, sex trafficking minors. I mean, that's his experience with the Department of Justice. And
I don't know why they're opening this can of worms, this sex trafficking can of worms. I don't know why they're opening it. I don't know what's wrong with them. But Debbie Wasserman shows y'all. Look at that little wicked smile on her face. You see it? They shouldn't have opened that can of worms when you know you just, as Democrats, ran the largest child trafficking operation in the history of the world. I mean, damn, Genghis Khan didn't kidnap as many children as Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did. It's crazy.
I mean, we're talking about someone who would be responsible for the entire system of justice, who has been investigated by...
You can't even hold a conversation. You must have had a stroke. God must have hit you with a stroke. You can't even talk, woman. You can't say no. Investigated
by the system.
Shut up.
The justice.
Shut up.
And has no other experience other than that. It is an extreme, outrageous nomination, and one that...
What are you? Yeah. This trick's so evil. God punishing her to lie while she talking. Watch this. This is what happens when you lie. I want you to look. I'm gonna play it slow. Yeah. Where is that? Where the speed at? Where my speed at? It won't let me. Watch this.
Other experience.
Damn right eye looking over at the damn. I don't know what the hell. She's looking into the future with her right eyeball. This is crazy.
Other than that, it is an extreme, outrageous nomination, and one that obviously I think should be defeated.
And let's talk about former Hawaii Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard to be director.
Let me just add something else. I mean, because this is an extremely important appointment. I mean, you wouldn't trust Matt Gaetz. Most parents wouldn't trust Matt Gaetz with their teenager, never mind with our entire system of justice. So, I mean, for the president to nominate him to be in charge of our entire system of justice is really dangerous, and I just want to underscore that.
Now, if you don't understand what's happening right now, I'll break it down for you. See this talking point that she came out with on Saturday? It's like they're selling this talking point into the marketplace. By Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're going to be talking about Matt Gaetz being some kind of damn child trafficker and all the rest of this foolishness. And I can't listen to these lies like this anymore. But the point I'm trying to make here is this. She knows good and goddamn well that Tulsi Gabbard ain't no Russian. She knows good and damn well that Matt Gaetz ain't no child trafficker. She knows good and damn well they called Matt Gaetz in to ask about a child that was trafficked to see if he knew anything about it. And then they took that and said he was investigated in a child trafficking incident. So if you are a part of an investigation, so if somebody says, hey, James, one of the kids in your neighborhood was kidnapped. Would you like to come and tell us what you know about it? Now, am I in the investigation for it? You saying, no, James, you don't have anything to do with it. We want to know what you know about it. Sure, I'll come have a conversation with you. What's up? Yeah, did you see it? No, I hadn't seen her. Did you know her parents? Yeah, absolutely know her parents. Her parents seem like good people. I don't think it would be her parents. Blah, 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 blah. Now, because I was questioned about that thing does not mean that I did that thing. And see, this is how vicious these people are. So just because he was asked about it doesn't mean he participated in any way, shape, or form. But this is how the Democratic Party runs. And if you've been paying attention to them, they are liars to boot. And I think every last one of these people should be arrested under insurrection. Watch this. Adam Schiff, with his retarded behind, they're calling for a shadow government to undermine Trump with Adam Schiff as what you would call a ghost attorney general. And they have the nerve to say it out loud. That's the thing that gets me.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last week's done.
They have the nerve to say it. This is why I said I'm going to tell you like this. And I'm going to be real with you. So you'll know. If I'm going to give Donald Trump probably about 6 months. I'm going to give him 6 months to get in office and get his feet under him. And if he don't start punishing these people, bro, I'm going to be the biggest Donald Trump hater you ever seen. And I'm going to lay out why. And I'm going to go all over the place. And I'm going to lambaste him. I'm going on interviews, podcasts. I'm going to get his damn attention. Because these people, something has to be done with these people. It has to be.
Democrats, we simply failed to convince the American people we have better ideas to solve their problems. But we do. Now we need to dust ourselves off and get ready to fight. We can't let Donald Trump's extreme MAGA agenda go unanswered or unopposed. Zone D.
Now, remember when we said Donald Trump went in office the first time, we said that there was an Obama-Clinton shadow government, right? In fact, Obama never left D.C. Clinton kept the House in D.C. And so you had all their appointees in office fighting him. This time, these people not even trying to hide the fact that they're going to try and install a shadow government. They're bringing it out in the open, the sheer audacity of these people.
Defense isn't going to work. We're going to have to go man on man. So here's an idea for how to organize our opposition. We need to borrow from our British friends and appoint a shadow cabinet to fight back against the worst abuses of a second Trump administration.
But Donald Trump and the Republicans, Alex Jones, all the rest of the people were insurrectionists. This shit right here is insurrection. I'm going to let you listen to it again.
To organize our opposition, we need to borrow from our British friends.
So you tell me you're going to go borrow money from the British government, right?
And appoint a shadow cabinet to fight back against the worst abuses of a second Trump administration.
So you're going to go borrow money from a foreign country and then fund a shadow government to fight the Trump administration. That is insurrection. That is treason.
The special relationship between the United States and Britain extends not just to our strength on the global stage.
Can anybody guess who they're talking about in Britain that they're going to get the money from? What shadowy organization are they going to get this money from in Britain?
But also to our shared commitment to democracy. Across the Atlantic, the British have something we don't: a team from the opposition that mirrors the government's own cabinet members. They watch the cabinet closely, publicly challenging, scrutinizing, and offering new ideas. It's another form of checks and balances, a quiet guardrail that holds those in power accountable.
Bruh, ain't nobody vote for you. Ain't nobody vote for these. And this is the problem. They do it wide out in the open. And see, you won't find this on CNN. You won't find this on MSNBC. You'll see all these jackasses on there talking crazy, but they tell you exactly what they're going to do. Nobody voted for you to have a shadow cabinet or a shadow government. We don't want you. That's why you got voted out of power. That's why you were swept out of power. So now, like James Carville said, you are an opposition party, which means you have no territory. And now they've accepted the role as being an opposition party, and they're literally they're committing treason, planning to commit treason. They've already committed treason the first, time Trump was in office. They're planning to do it again. Man, it's crazy, bro. And then you got to turn on TV and listen to all the rest of this foolishness. I mean, they're telling you what they're going to do. I'm done with politics for today. I'm done. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm freaking done.